Hello Stampers, my name is Linda Bedinger and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Denver, Colorado, and this is my buddy Puccini. He helps me in the craft room, and like you say, sometimes he's more helpful than others, but I enjoy his company nonetheless. What I have for you today is a bit of a swap video. I haven't done one of those in a while, and I've accumulated some cards from demonstrators that I know here in town and people on my team. And it's always such a wonderful inspiration to see what they come up with, and such a talented group of people that I really enjoy getting the cards and I enjoy sharing them. And I'll list below the people and how to find them. Thanks so much for watching. Let's just get started. Okay, I have a few cards from a couple of swaps. Let's see, this one is from a team member of mine, MJ Owens, and let's take a look at what she did here. And oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? I'm sorry to crinkle in your ear, but I'm going to go ahead and open this because I want to really get a good look at this. Look at, she decorates her envelopes. She's been stamping for a long time and she just does such a beautiful job. Look at that. Oh my gosh, she's got this little envelope with a pink heart coming out of it. And her image is kind of sideways on the page. And look, a little bird with a flower. Valentine's greetings. So very, very fun card. MJ Owens, and MJ is in Las Lunas, New Mexico, and she's been a demonstrator for a while, and if you wanted to get in touch with her, I will have her email address at the very least, and I believe she's one that has a blog, and she just does beautiful work, and I think she's getting ready to retire, so she may be able to do classes again, and I know she's looking for a downline. So again, MJ Owens, Las Lunas, New Mexico. Now this one is from Kathleen Mays, and Kathleen is in Millcreek, Utah. And look at this Valentine. This was one that we did a swap at Valentine's, and that was the theme. And she is a downline to one of the people that's in my downline. So she's 2 levels down, but we open up the swaps for everybody, and isn't that pretty? It's just such a pretty, simple little card, and love the copper accents. Gorgeous. Kathleen Mays in Millcreek, Utah. Thank you, Kathleen. Now this one is a thank you card, and it wasn't really a swap, but I wanted to show it to you anyway. This is from one of the members of my team, Lucinda, Veeck, Gosden, and I've shown you Lucinda's cards before. She just does such an amazing job. Look at the detail on that. The colors are stunning, and it's just a thank you card that she sent to me for something that she received for me. So, but I couldn't pass up showing it to you because I think it's such a pretty design, simple, and yet look how striking it is, just to add some different pattern papers in there. Just gorgeous. Thank you, Lucinda. Now this card was from the Valentine swap, and look at that, isn't that pretty? I think that might be a retired die, but look at how gorgeous that is on the black and white with the red. And this was done by Sandy Ship, and Sandy is here in the Denver area. She's over in Littleton, and if you she does card classes. And if you lived out sort of south and west, Sandy might be a good person for you to hook up with. I will leave her information in the bottom of the video. This one is a card from Pam Cullen, and this was the Valentine swap. What a day for love, it says. And this is vellum and black and white check. And it says, love you much in bright pink. Isn't that pretty? Just so nice. Pam Cullen. And Pam lives in Augusta, Maine. So if you're up in the Maine area, she's one of the demonstrators on my team. Does a fabulous job. Thank you. Thank you, Pam. This one is from a member of my team as well. Andrea Budd is her name. And this card is one where this piece is glued down, and then this part opens, and look at, isn't that pretty? That's that beautiful sweet talk suite. And Andrea always does just a lovely job. And Andrea is in Santa Rosa, California, and she's on my team. I'm so blessed. I have members from all across the country on my team. And now this one isn't from somebody on my team. This is from Wanda Williams, and I'm on Wanda's team. So this one is so pretty, using the hand pen suite and some of those beautiful papers that came with that hand pen suite. It says, feel better, friend. Just a lovely card. Thank you, Wanda. Wanda is in Gastonia, North Carolina. And she used to live, when I joined under her, she lived here in Denver, and she has family there and relocated to North Carolina. She always does such a beautiful job. And her favorite color is purple, and almost all of them have some kind of purple on it. I just love it. All right, this next one is by Pam Cullen, again, in Augusta, Maine. Isn't that gorgeous? She's got some of that iridescent ribbon on there. Ah, gorgeous. Happy birthday to you, it says. And then cherished friend, and then it's got this detail on the inside. Just gorgeous. Pam Cullen, Augusta, Maine. Thank you, Pam. Let's see. This one is from Wanda Williams. And this was a Valentine swap, and isn't that pretty? She does such a beautiful job. And then just a simple little heart on the inside. It's just gorgeous. Again, she's in Gastonia, North Carolina. This next one is from Lucinda, Veeck, Gosden. And I didn't tell you where she was from when we looked at the last card, but isn't that spectacular? My goodness, that's just gorgeous. And it opens this way, and she's got it backed and embossed. Isn't that something? So it's plain on this side and embossed on this side to match the embossing on that piece on the inside. And she is in Williamsburg, Virginia, and is very active with Stampin' Up, and I know has happy to have customers and join people for stamping where she is in Williamsburg. So thank you, Lucinda V. Gosden. She is an absolute blessing on my team. She's just contributes greatly. She's amazing. All right, this one is from my good friend. Oh, this is one. When we did our last swap, we did one where we asked people to go find a sketch or a layout, a card layout, and make your card by following the sketch. And you certainly do your own interpretation. And this is what Lori did. That is the sketch, and this is her card. Isn't that beautiful? Oh my gosh, that's just gorgeous. And, oh, she's got flowers peeking out of the inside. It's absolutely gorgeous. And Lori Mantovi is in Staten Island, New York. So if you're in Staten Island and you're looking for somebody to hook with and do some stamping, Lori is your gal. She is a fabulous, very talented stamper. All right, this next one is from Darlene Newcomb. And I'm going to have to crinkle again. I'm sorry, I forgot to take these out of the package before I got started. But isn't that gorgeous? Oh my gosh. And that's just paper pieced simply, and a few little flowers and leaves. For a true friend, it says. And there's stamping on the inside of the card. And then her envelope has that matching paper on the back of the envelope. And Darlene Newcomb is in Whitefield, Maine. And so she's up in the north part of the country. Isn't that just gorgeous? Very pretty. Thank you, Darlene. That's a lovely card. I always get so many inspirations by doing these swaps with people. I'm very intrigued with all of the ones that came with sketches, so that we can do some repeats of some of these cards. I think that's just great fun. Now this one is a swap by a demonstrator here in town. Her name is Janet Weishut, and Janet is part of a group of demonstrators that I meet with here in town, gathered by someone in my upline. And she always does such a good job. It's so cute with the little Viking in the boat. Happy birthday. She said she was really trying to make a masculine card. I think she got it done. That's just great. Now this one is also from that North group. And this one is done by Kelly Needham. And Kelly lives in Brighton, Colorado, which is a little bit north of the main part of Denver. And we did this as a make and take swaps in January, and it was just loads of fun. And she had paper piecing at the time, and I just didn't have time to finish the card, so I went ahead and made mine using the blends to color things in. So that's from Kelly Needham in Brighton, Colorado. This one is from Mary McCannon, and she's in Englewood, Colorado, and this we did in the make and take swap that we did in January. And she used the windmill and some of that pretty tulip paper and this beautiful Mango Melody card. Isn't that pretty? With the tree again repeated on the inside, the little fence down here, and the bicycle. Very pretty. Thank you, Mary. All right. This one was one that I hadn't shared before, and this is from someone who's not on my team, but she is a customer and a subscriber on my YouTube channel, and I just thought it was so cute. Advice from a Snowman, it says, and it has lots of things that you can look here, and she sent me a lovely little note about the loss of my husband, and I thought I would share it. And it's Judy Harmon, and Judy is in Newberry, South Carolina. Just as cute as it can be. Thank you so much, Judy. Appreciate that. Now this one is from that group here in Denver that I meet with, Janet again, Weishut, and this was done with that Celebration free paper, and isn't that pretty? She colored it, had us color in the bird and the flowers, and then used this stripe paper. I think that's the best use of the stripe paper that I have seen. And then the fresh freesia. It's just a beautiful little card. Very pretty. Thank you, Janet. I appreciate that. This is also part of that same group, and I think this is Oceanfront, maybe? And where would I be without a friend like you? Happy birthday. And then she's done some stamping on the inside. This is Kathy Howes, and Kathy is here in Denver as well, part of that demonstrator group that I meet with from time to time, and she's a very talented stamper, and she has a YouTube channel, Be Creative with Kathy, and she does an amazingly good job. She's just very talented lady, and that is from Kathy Howes here in Denver. Now this one, I'm going to Oh, good, I don't have to crinkle too much. This one is, oh gosh, the name isn't on here. I'll have to see if I can figure out who this was from, but I just love this treatment here. This was a Valentine's swap from somebody on my team. And I'll poll the group and I will figure out who this is from. But it's just very pretty. Isn't that nice? There's that beautiful impression die that we have. And she's got that on the front and the inside of the card, and her little envelope with all of the balloons escaping. Some of them look like, got little lines like they're balloons. Just as pretty as it can be. And I apologize, I don't have the name on this one. Usually I have them, but I didn't see that one. So the next one I have is one of the swaps that use the card sketches. And here's the card sketch, and this was the sample that she followed, and this is Sandy's ship. And Sandy is here in Littleton, and this is the card she did. Isn't that just gorgeous? Thinking of you, and then she put some of that paper on the inside, and this is embossed. Isn't that great? What a pretty card sketch that is. Very nice. That's going to be fun to do some repeats on. It's wonderful to have the paper peeking through and then some kind of a floral representation on top. Very, very nice. Sandy ship here in Littleton, Colorado. Thank you, Sandy. Let's see. This next one is, again, Pam Cullen in Augusta, Maine. And I think this is a card sketch. Let me just open this up and take a look. They're so much fun to work with. Yeah, it's just a card sketch that has ever-decreasing sizes of paper and then a message. And she elected to make her message a little bit smaller, but put it on that beautiful, I think that's cinnamon cider paper and some of that gorgeous DSP that we've got. So this from Pam Cullen from Augusta, Maine. Just as cute as it can be. Oh, and then look here, how pretty. Flowers just in the inside. And this is, looks like smoky, not smoky slate, but basic gray. And then she did the stamping in basic gray on this side. Very, very nice. Thank you, Pam. Lovely card. Now this one is a sketch, and this one was a card layout, and this was done by Wanda Williams. And the sketch is gone, but I know that she, oh, there it is, it's on the back. And I know it's Wanda's card, and this one was just the card front with some papers, and she did stitch detail, and she has papers going 2 different directions, and then your sentiment down here, and she put some of those brass butterflies on that, and she used that brick embossing folder. Isn't that pretty? And some of that beautiful tulip paper, and I put one up using this tulip paper, I think it was last Friday. So absolutely gorgeous. Simple, easy, and yet, you know, the thing that's very fun about using these sketches or card layouts is it gets you out of a rut. If you feel like you're making the same card over and over again, and you do something with a sketch, it can cause you to do something very different than you would ordinarily do. Now this one is from Lucinda Veeck, Gosden. Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? Oh, now she's done all kinds of detail. She's punched this out so that it's got stitch detail, and then it's got these little circles that are punched out here, and this part is embossed. It says happy birthday, and then it's got this beautiful tulip, and this is like a little tag on the back here, and it looks like she might have used garden green and then the garden green ink, and so she's got a little bit of that ribbon seam binding ribbon that we've got. And then look on the inside. Isn't that cute? I love you. Very, very pretty. And of course, she always decorates her envelopes. And there's that stamp all the way across the back of the envelope. Very, very pretty card. And again, Lucinda Veeck Gosden out of Williamsburg, Virginia. Very, very beautiful card. Thank you, Lucinda. All right. Got just, it looks like maybe one more. I didn't have a tremendous amount of them. This is somebody that's newer on my team, but absolutely a gorgeous card. Get it out of here. And her name is Denise Becker, and Denise is in Melbourne, Florida. Look at that card. She used some of the Horizon paper, and then I don't know if she did some additional sponging, but she might have. And for instance, I think these mountains were added. Then she's got a couple of pine trees, and then she's got some cattails here. Relax and enjoy your day. Isn't that beautiful? Birds up in the sky. Oh my gosh, that's a gorgeous card, Denise. That's wonderful. Wishing you so much happiness, and then more stamping on the inside. Absolutely gorgeous. Really, really a pretty card. Thank you, Denise. So I'm going to bring some of these back so you can see them. Here, I always get so much inspiration when I get these cards because everybody's style is just a little bit different, you know, and they're not necessarily ones that I would do, but I just love that. I might go in and try to do something similar to that in that beautiful paper. And I love having the sketches because if you're looking, if you lose your mojo, and sometimes you do, you get to the point that you can't figure out what you want to do next, and you go get a card layout, then it just kind of takes you right out of your rut and puts you in a place where you can make something that's beautiful and a little different for you. Aren't these just gorgeous? My goodness. You can, hope you're taking screenshots on some of these because they're just beautiful. I'm not going to be able to fit them all back on here. But I don't know how many there were this time, maybe 20, something like that. And just beautiful cards, beautiful representations. I'm going to end up covering up my whole desk here with beautiful, beautiful cards from people on my team that have just done a fabulous job. Very, very pretty stuff. It's hard to know where to put things, not to cover them all up. I just can't get them all on here. But there's lots of different ones here, and hopefully you get the opportunity to start and stop the video and take some screenshots of some of these. I know they would be flattered if you cased their card. So that's it for me today. And I will be back soon with more cards, more projects, and more tips. Bye.